So just really quickly, I want to say what I'm hearing from Rachel is that OnlyFans is bad because only the top 1% or like whatever percent make money from it. And I'm so thrilled to hear her say that, because hearing you advocate for the redistribution of wealth for in a capitalist system, and how capitalism and OnlyFans being like a microcosm of that is only leading to the top people making money. We stand a base queen. So thank you for that.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a problem. It's a critique of your worldview, though. Why don't you understand?
And I'm also, it's also curious too.
That's a critique of your worldview.
You're dismissing it as
how can you defend it as
I'm also concerned.
No, wait.
One thing, because that's a data point. Because that's a data point too.
I have to
and it's interesting
you though, because you misinterpreted the data point. You said that no, you misinterpreted the data. It is not representative.
I thought you don't care about data.
It's you care about data. So
but I don't think. But why does it? But you're saying that data doesn't matter.
Do this, but have to mute everybody just to restore order so this doesn't go off the tracks right away. So just a moment. Want to give you a chance to respond, Maddie. So I want to give Maddie plenty of time because that was a good chonky statement from you, Andrew and Rachel. And then I promise we'll come right back to you, Rachel. Thank you very much. Oh,
okay.
There you go.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, so I mean that was just an interesting tidbit. Also, it's interesting that you're using data as the crux of your argument because, quote, we believe in data. But if you didn't believe in data or believe that it had any value in terms of putting a point forward, then you're kind of just arguing against yourself, because you're having to use our assumption and foundation as the jumping ground for your entire point of view. And that just feels a little weird, a little bizarre. And I guess I'll toss it over because I know Shark also has lots of things he wants to say, but it's just interesting when you talk down data and how data doesn't matter. But intuition, on the other hand, AKA feels, is the real indicator of truth. But it's only your feels, right? It's no one, it's not other people's feels. So what a fascinating turn of events for the conservative wing of Twitch. Feelings over facts. You gotta love them for being upfront about it and going mask off.
Let me be sure. Shark, I think you were handing it over to Shark, but at the same time, I wasn't sure because Rachel, if you want to respond, we'll give you a chance. Go ahead.
Yeah, so first of all, this is why it's so hard to debate women, because you get a lot of, oh, I guess, oh, wow, interesting. It's like, can you just be a little bit more adult about it and present your points without all the snarky snipiness? It's like, just stop with that crap. But Maddie completely misinterpreted everything we said. We did not say that empiricism did not matter or that data did not matter. We said it's not the only thing that matters. Empiricism is not the only way to determine truth.
She also needs to learn what an internal critique is. Right?
But that's, yeah. But what I'm saying is we can present different proofs. So Andrew can perform a philosophical argument. I can give you empirical data that refutes yours. We can do both. And it's not a microcosm of capitalism. I just got done telling you that it's actually far more exploitative than capitalist systems, even the worst ones we have. OnlyFans is far more exploitative than the average capitalist system. So nice try, but next time listen and try to understand what you're hearing.
Sure. Oh, can I go?
Yep.
Sure. Okay. So a couple of things. For one, when it comes to OnlyFans, it's, for one, you can't just take the full metric of OnlyFans and how many and what percentage of the top 1% are the ones getting all of the money, because it's not very relevant, because a lot of OnlyFans is not porn at all. A lot of the original marketing of OnlyFans is for just celebrities, and there are a bunch of celebrities on there that paid basically as just like a mini Twitter.
Why would that matter? Why would, I mean, who cares what the industry is?
Because we're saying OnlyFans customers, that includes non-porn customers.
From your perspective, any industry where the top 1% of the earners should be.
We're talking. No, that's my perspective, not his.
I didn't say that. I never said that. I think all systems are always going to be unequal to some degree. That's just kind of like how the world works. So we can try to mitigate it as much as we can, but it's always going to be unequal. That's just kind of how it works. Some people are just going to simply be more popular than others. That's just, it just happens. That's okay. It's fine. But when it comes to that, I'm sorry, like Bella Thorne or and I don't know very many rich people. John Cena is probably going to get more OnlyFans subscribers than like Sarah who works at Target. Okay, that's fine. Also, I don't know what's wrong with supplementing your income simply. Like, I think supplementing your income is actually pretty great. You being able to pick up more hobbies, you being able to possibly even quit a job and have a little bit of money built up to go do something else in the quit, have like a little, that like 3-6 month window where you have income built up and go do something else is actually pretty cool. I think that's a great thing for people to be able to do, and they don't even have to post like hardcore porn to be able to get there. I don't think there's anything really wrong with that. I do think that there needs to be more parity, and I do think that OnlyFans does need to do more work. Also, you mentioned things like safety in OnlyFans. The customers don't control OnlyFans TOS. Like on Twitch, like I could imagine like if let's just even talk about like Twitter. Like is like using Twitter something bad now because like Elon Musk can have complete access to everybody's DMs and basically do whatever he wants now. Elon Musk literally via TOS, he literally owns everybody's DMs. Listen, you better
You're arguing a straw man. I didn't say that.
Well, go ahead and explain.
One second. I just want to.
What I said was,
Rachel, I hate doing this to you again. I just want to redirect, so it'll give you a chance to say exactly what you're going to say, Rachel. But then I do want to be sure that we return to the consumers of OnlyFans, rather than talking too much about so many of the girls or guys, whoever's on OnlyFans, that only make like $8 a month or whatever. But so just to bring it back right after your comment, Rachel.
Right. So the reason I brought up that data was to show that for people who want equality and equity in the world, for them to be sitting here defending a highly unequal and unequitable platform where people's personal data is I wasn't talking about TOS. I was talking about the fact that the simps or the users of the platform provide this huge market of demand that most people don't really profit much from, but at the same time, it's presented as safer than traditional sex work, which has not necessarily proven to be true. And there have been massive data leaks. People can take screenshots, people can screen record your content, post it anywhere. You never get that back. You can't put the shit back in the horse. So it's a highly exploitative system. It's marketed to the youngest, most vulnerable, most desperate girls as something that's safe when it's not. So for people who build their entire online persona around wanting equity and safety and, a good life for everyone, for them to defend this is indefensible.
Before we go any further on, in particular, the models of OnlyFans, one person actually did ask a question in the live chat that is pertinent. Deej says, can we agree on what the definition of harm is by these consumers? So in what way are they harming, whether it be the models or themselves or somebody else?
We can't agree to a definition of harm. For them, likely the definition of harm is something like suffering.
So you're saying but how do you measure that then? What's your metric,
I
and how do you draw the direct line?
I want to know what you value. You both like consider yourselves Christians. I want to know what you like value in this situation. I would wait, or a Catholic? Is that correct?
Or Orthodox.
So yeah, like in this situation, what do you value? What do you call harm? I guess from a secular perspective, because I don't feel like any of us need to be.
It's very simple. Anything that steps outside of Christian ethics, which is a mix of deontological and virtue ethics. So everything that's outside
the Bible mentions.
Okay, so one more time before you cut in, Maddie, since you asked me a direct question, I'd like to answer it. What was asked is, how do we decide what's harmful, or in other words, what's bad? We know what's bad because if it steps outside of our ethical system, it's bad. If it's within the framework of that ethical system, it's good. Same as yours, right? You focus on some type of utilitarian purview, I'm guessing. So anything that increases harm is bad, and anything that decreases harm is good.
Okay, that's good. Is there literally harm? Wait, Maddie.
I already defined it. I already told you what we consider harm to be.
Okay, is there literally anything else to it?
No, there's nothing else to it for your system either.
Oh, I'm just asking when
I'm just telling you.
Okay, when I think about harm, I'm talking about, yeah, you're right, like suffering,
Yes, I
somebody
know,
getting
I know,
hurt,
I know.
something bad happening to them.
I'm aware.
Okay, I just want to know if there's any way I could possibly reach you in any way, shape, or form in this discussion.
Well, this is the problem. Well, this is the problem when we have a discussion like this. We have to grant your worldview in order to have the argument, because you don't.
Are you gonna do that then?
Because you don't understand.
Is that what you're doing?
One more time, let me finish. You don't actually understand our worldview, right? You have no conceptualization of the ontological ethics or virtue ethics, but we understand utilitarianism inside
But
and out.
you understand.
So we have to grant your worldview. We have no choice because you can't understand anything outside of that.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Well, I mean, thanks for letting me in. Anyways,
okay, Maddie, hang on. Since Maddie's being snarky,
is harm when not Christian?
Hey, Maddie,
snark is her personality.
Yeah, hey, Maddie,
That's
can you
true.
tell me you guys just don't. We're not smart enough to understand your worldview. Maddie, what is our worldview?
I've literally never said that. First of all,
what's our worldview, Maddie?
I've never even commented on your intelligence, which is
what's
so
our
weird.
worldview?
I've never claimed to understand your worldview.
Right. So then I was right.
But I'm also not so. But I'm also not so. I'm also not so up my own asshole that I proclaim to know anyone else's worldview.
Well, that's because you're not smart enough to be. No,
it's because I'm not up my own.
You're not
asshole.
smart enough to be smart.
It's because I'm not up my own asshole.
No, you're just not smart
Maddie,
enough.
do you think we haven't debated utilitarian ethics like 50,000 times by now? This is what we do.
You're
we
assuming
know
that's utilitarian.
Sure, that's good, but with all of this, I actually don't care. So you all said that you all said that you all had information to prove that it is harmful in our worldview. In the real world, it causes real world harm to human beings.
No, our worldview is the real world as well.
Okay, sure. My bad. That was wrong turn of phrase. I'll take it back. In our way that we view the world, you said that you have information to prove or to show or to correlate that there is harm that we would recognize as harm. Can you tell me what that is? And we can talk about it one by one.
You mean you want us to go through a listing of everything that we think you would consider to be harm and then weigh it, and then we're going to weigh that against the good points, just like I said you wanted to do?
Well,
right?
Okay. I mean, listen. I just want to talk about if it's like true or not that harm does exist, or that conceptualization of harm does exist, right? Because if I think like stepping on my dog's tail is harm, and you think like not taking your dog to the park is harm, right? Like something along those lines.
Then you run into a lot of epistemology issues with that, right? So
okay.
This is the whole problem with this, but. Don't worry, we will go into your studies and your metadata, and we'll go through this to make you happy, right? I'm just saying that you have no moral grounding, no moral foundation. You have absolutely nothing from which to even bring an argument, right? You don't even understand the conceptualization where we come from or what we mean when we say virtues and what we mean when we say that we follow a completely different ethical system than yours, which is just as valid, but you only want to use these metrics because you live inside of an echo chamber where that's what everybody does.